Welcome to the best music review of your life. The Frog Girls are gonna hate this one. I just got done listening to Scarlet by Doja Cat, and man, was this album a chore. Wow. When 2/3 of your album is just being mad at your own fans and haters, and at treating them the same way, and just being mean, big old meanie. And since I'm a hater, she made that song about me, all of them. But yeah, I didn't really enjoy it. I'm not really a big fan of her singing or rapping. The last third of this album changes like a whole different direction. There was one song that I did like off this album, Agora Hills. It was clearly the best song off this album. It was quite a refreshing little ballad in a sea of songs I didn't want to hear. The instrumentals were actually pretty good. The Ric Flair sample was crazy, insane, bananas mode out of nowhere. This new Doja Cat album, a solid 3 out of 10. Up next, we got probably future wife number 48. That's right, gamers. I just finished Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. And what is there to say? A lot. Long live rock and roll. This album, rock and roll. But also, my least favorite style of vocals is on this track, and it's very annoying at times, but sometimes she turns it down. Everyone calls it singing in cursive, but I call it baby singing. If you've ever heard a Halsey song, she's the worst. She's the biggest offender. Lock her up. Instead of, the, I drive the car down the street, and now you are. It should be more like, you're a vampire, yeah. You were a vampire, yeah. Even though that all happened, it was still a pretty decent album. But I think Olivia Rodrigo needs to find the boyfriend of her dreams. Have you heard of my boy TJ Skater? What's up, freaks? We're back in the closet. And Dastardly D Perks, what is this incel music you're making me listen to? This album, what was it called? Run Around Sue by Dion. Wow, what an album. Just listen to it. The production for this album is actually excellent for the time it came out. And also, since this album came out in like the 60s or 70s, who cares? The inoffensive nature of this album means it is a timeless album that can be listened to at any function, except if you play it at most functions, they probably will not like it because it doesn't fit the vibe. And you're like, wow, this is a throwback to the past. What a time capsule. If there was one thing I had to criticize about the album, there'd be 2 things. The lead off track, Runaway Sue, I did not like the background vocals being all like boo 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 and all that. It was kind of annoying. The hit, The Wanderer, wow, what a hit. I could imagine that being in any movie at any time. It's just one of those songs that would be in a movie. That song was so good, he had to write it again and put Kansas City. It's essentially the same track over, just different lyrics. It was copy and pasted. This guy, his girlfriend cheated on him. Big deal. Stop crying about it. Incel, I give this album a 7 out of 10. That's right, gamers, and you already know what's number 1. That's right, Nickelback's The Long Road. I recently re-listened to it again. A really good album. Alright, thanks for watching. For all those at home on the couch, nuts and bolts! Now I know what you're thinking. That's kind of weird how I think you're missing something in this album review. You're right, I mulled it over. And I also did listen to All the Right Reasons by Nickelback, too.